Kasha's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway. 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
NOLA Time Fest, June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton has everything for Doctor Who fans. Artists, vendors, games, costume contests, room parties, and more. Saturday night's Chronopalooza features Terra Terra, Suzaku 7, Some Metri Guy, Darwin Prophet, Tomb of Nick Cage, and the Consortium of Genius. Get discounted tickets now at NOLATimefest.com. NOLA Time Fest, June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton. You don't need an appointment to see the doctor.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Resistance is futile.
Boldly going where no show has gone before. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Broadcasting from the tubbyandcoos.com studios, here's David and Brian.
Good afternoon, New Orleans. This is The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Coming to you live from the tubbyandcoos.com studios. This is David D. Squared with
Brian Held.
Hey, Brian, how the hell are you, pal?
I'm good, man.
Well, that's just wonderful news. So I heard you overturned a car on your way over here.
No, there was an overturned car in the interstate, and it made it rough getting here.
You didn't, like, Hulk out or anything?
No.
Oh, man, I needed some new material for the roast of Brian Held this weekend at Time Fest. Time Fest at the Airport Hilton.
Yeah, we're going to be there all Saturday and Sunday, guys. Come out and see us, hang out. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on, some great bands, big dealers room, lots of panels. It's going to be a good time. All
right, let's lay out the show real quick. Now, as always, we'll open up the show with our boy Skungy and his pick of the week. Then we've got top nerd news, This Week in Geek History, and a little special segment that I had some help with our friend David Dean over at Country 101.1 helping us out.
I'm scared.
You should be. Well, this is something that we put together in honor of some of our fans that we met at MobyCon.
Okay.
They were asking for a Game of Thrones recap, but that is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I put something else together, and hopefully they'll find this enjoyable.
Okay.
But we're not going to do it yet, though.
Yeah.
That's called a tease or something. I think that's what they taught me in radio school.
Third segment.
Something like that. So, all right, without much further ado, let's bring on our boy Skungy and his pick of the week.
I am not what you would call a handsome man.
Skungy's Pick of the Week is brought to you by GameStop and ThinkGeek.com.
Skungy's Pick of the Week.
You might be an idiot savant.
Woohoo!
Skungy, what's shaking bacon?
Not a whole lot, just trying to write some good material to give our local celebrity a good roasting this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this will be fun. Hopefully Brian and I will all still be friends after this is all done.
Yeah. Hey, we missed you last week, Skungy.
No, we didn't. Don't listen to him.
How was Kevin Smith?
Oh, Kevin Smith was fantastic. That was such a great little thing. He showed his new movie called Yoga Hosers, and then did some Q&A afterwards. I tell you, that's a weird flick, man. That's a really weird flick.
Well, Kevin Smith's kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, this is it was a continuation of Tusk, basically. So if anybody's seen Tusk, they know that was weird. This is like Tusk, except for teenagers.
What the hell is this? How much drugs has he done in his life now? I mean, what is wrong with this dude?
That dude smokes a lot of weed.
He's a strong advocate for the growing of a certain herb.
Oregano.
Yeah, oregano. It goes right on pizza.
All right, so what's your pick today, man?
Well, unfortunately, I would say kind of a not pick. It's more of a beware.
What?
New Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutants in Manhattan.
Okay, it's an inauspicious title.
Yeah, it's this is the year of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, there's the movie that comes out later on this month, if I'm correct, or it's next month.
No, it's next week or this week. I think it just came out.
It did? Oh, wow. So they have the movie. You have the video game. You've got a big modular board game. You got Dice Master. You got Hero Clicks. You got all kinds of stuff. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So hey, this game was supposed to be good. It was made by Platinum Games, a really reputable company. I mean, they made great hack and slash games. They made a game called Bayonetta. They worked on the Devil May Cry series.
Oh wow!
They worked on one of my personal favorites, Metal Gear Rising. This game's not good, guys.
Really? So, why is it bad?
Why is it bad?
There's a lot wrong with it. I mean, it's got random hack and slash. Platinum has been known for doing like really deep combat, like combos and, upgrading your combos and having really flashy action. This is mindless button mashing. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It doesn't even feel like a game made by this company.
So you're saying like 9-10-year-olds would really enjoy the hell out of it?
They would, but they'd probably get bored with it quickly because there's no meat and potatoes to it. I mean, the game was supposed to be geared more towards a more adult audience because it backed kind of the IDW comics, which has been running for about the last 5 years, and Kevin Eastman has gone back to writing the comics.
Right.
So it's a lot darker, it's a lot grittier, and it's really cool. And this was supposed to follow that, and it didn't.
That sucks.
Bland levels. I mean, they were so lazy with making this game, they rehashed the levels. The same, like, you're on the streets in one level, and then 2 levels later, you're in the streets again. It's the same level.
Wow. That blows.
Yeah, it's in the box office right now.
Yeah.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Well,
I mean,
maybe that'll be better than this,
I'm excited for the movie, actually. I mean, we're bringing back Bebop, Rocksteady. I mean, it looks like it embraced more the original cartoon that I grew up. They got Krang and everything else. But, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'll probably go see it this weekend because, well, I'm a nerd. Well, I can't go this weekend. We got Time Fest.
So,
yes, we do.
So basically, Skungy, you're saying, what is it, PS4, Xbox One, PS3, Xbox 360, save your $40 or $50, right?
Save your $40 or $50. Look, I'll say this. For your kids, if you want your kids to play it, that's fine. The kids might enjoy it and everything. But anybody who's going to buy this game who's nostalgic for the Turtles, I wouldn't waste your time with it. It's really it's just a big disappointment.
That's unfortunate.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
So, Skungy, I'm going to say that I'm terribly upset with you.
Oh God, what? Skungy, you made Brian mad. Good job.
Now,
I crossed the line. I'm sorry.
Because you did such a good review of Overwatch, I went and got the collector's edition from Skungy's store.
Ooh.
And I've been spending a ridiculous amount of time playing this game. It is so good.
Isn't it? I've got it on pause right now. While I'm talking to y'all.
I'm glad we warrant a pause at least.
Oh yeah,
You do.
it's fantastic. If you haven't picked up Overwatch, I really strongly suggest this game.
Hold on, Skungy. Look, you're playing on a console, right?
Yes, I'm playing on the console.
All right, so now there's rumors that it's supposed to be they're going to cross it over with the dirty PC. Is that true as well?
The rumors are Blizzard wants to make it happen, and since Microsoft's already been, they've already said that they will do PC, Xbox crossover, so that's in the works right now.
All right, well, this is what
Not
I need.
so much about the PS4, we don't know about that, but definitely Xbox and PC. So,
all right, what I need from you,
Skungy.
Skungy, what I need from you is there's a certain nerd out there called Mike Esquivel who is talking trash about me on the internet. And so I need you, Skungy, to become my champion. And once this cross-platform is available, you're going to be my champion, and you're going to beat the snot out of Mr. Brian Held.
Oh, okay.
The gauntlet's thrown, Mr. Held. I picked my champion.
Good at video games.
I have faith in you, pal. It's only Mike Esquivel. You can school him.
Yeah.
Or Brian, either. Or they're dirty PC lovers.
Well, I'm sure I could school Brian. I mean,
Eat it, Brian. Oh,
Look,
also,
you can talk all the trash you want. We'll bring it to the keyboard.
Oh, we will,
mouse.
man. You're going to get schooled. All right, and in closing, XCOM 2 is supposed to be coming out in September for the consoles, correct?
Yes, it is.
Hell
It's
yeah.
announced, and it's going to be so cool. Like, guys, look, there's going to be E3 is this weekend. Starts on Sunday. So next week, I'm going to have all kinds of information on all the new stuff. I mean, there's going to be so much stuff coming out of E3. New consoles, new games, XCOM. They're going to have playable for it. They're going to show playable for it on the Xbox and the PS4. So no longer the dirty PC gets you exclusive on that one.
All right, Skungy, as always, well, I still hate you, but, good job.
Thank you, Skungy.
Thank you. I appreciate that vote of confidence, sir.
Woo-hoo! All right, Skungy, talk to you later.
We'll see you Saturday.
All right, so Brian.
Yes, sir.
I have no idea. I think we should probably go to break.
We should probably go to break, yes.
All right, guys, you are listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. Stay tuned.
This report is brought to you by Compassion International.
Well, some much better news, especially if you're traveling in from Metairie. An earlier accident, I-10 eastbound at Metairie Road, has cleared, as well as a breakdown on the I-10 eastbound at Bonneville. Still seeing a delay on the I-10 eastbound between Causeway and the Parish Line. Otherwise, if you're traveling on the Lakebound Expressway, I-10 slow and go between the Crescent City Connection and the Carrollton Overpass. High-rise delays looking a bit better, just some slowing beginning from the I-10, I-610 merge. I'm Angie Brolier.
There is a little boy or girl living in poverty right now. They don't have enough to eat, are sick, and can't go to school. And you can release them from that poverty when you become a sponsor with Compassion International. Find out how at compassion.com/radio.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
Partly cloudy tonight, with just a very small chance of seeing a shower or thunderstorm. Lows will be in the mid-70s. Partly cloudy with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms in the morning. Slightly better chance by the afternoon. Highs pushing 90. And then tomorrow night, partly cloudy. Once again, that small chance of rain in the mix, with highs in the upper 70s. From the News Talk 99.5 WRNO Weather Center, I'm Jeremy Corsine.
There are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at unbound.org.
I am not a fan of surprises, so I love that Wells Fargo sends alerts if my account balance gets too low or if any unusual activity is detected on my debit or credit cards.
From knowing when your direct deposit cleared to helping you avoid fees, our account alerts keep you informed and in control.
It's like when I moved and my HBCU alumni network helped me find the best neighborhood, the best schools, and of course, the best barbecue.
Wells Fargo wants you to know where you stand with your banking, because knowing where you stand feels good. Wells Fargo, together we'll go far. Availability may be affected by your mobile carrier's coverage area. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never. In nothing, great or small, large or petty, never give in except to convictions of honor and good sense.
Winston Churchill's immortal words stirred an entire country in the face of certain defeat. Today, these words give each of us the courage to reach for our own victories.
Never give in. Never give in. Never, never, never.
Commitment. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Leave the smoke behind and come chase the clouds at the Vaping Tiger in Metairie. The Vaping Tiger has everything to suit your vaping needs, from starter kits to advanced devices. We specialize in handcrafted, artisan-blended e-juices designed to tickle the most fickle taste buds. Come see us at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. That's the Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway, and at vapingtiger.com. Come out of the smoke and join us in the clouds.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate, will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
NOLA Time Fest June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton has everything for Doctor Who fans. Artists, vendors, games, costume contests, room parties, and more. Saturday night's Chronopalooza features Terra Terra, Suzaku 7, Some Metri Guy, Darwin Prophet, Tomb of Nick Cage, and the Consortium of Genius. Get discounted tickets now at NOLATimefest.com. NOLA Time Fest, June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton. You don't need an appointment to see the doctor.
My name is Optimus Prime, and you are listening to
Starscream here, and you are listening to The Week in Geek, Fox Sports, 1280 AM. Call me Lord.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
David D. Squared.
Hey, we didn't do the intro.
What intro?
Like all the follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
I thought people were burnt out on that.
Okay, that's fine.
No, they're not. They're not. As always, we strongly urge you to check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek, or check out our website at twigradio.com. Follow us on Twitter at Twig Radio, and check out the Instagrams at The Week in Geek. And Brian, how can people listen to this lovely show?
Well, once we're off the air, we're going to load this up to Spreaker.com, or you can download Spreaker for your smartphone or tablet. You can also find us on our YouTube channel, and we're on iTunes, and FoxSportsAM1280.com has all of our archives as well.
And now, your top nerd news stories from around the world, brought to you by Kasha's Bazaar at 5727 Jefferson Highway. And now, your top nerd news stories. So apparently, Brian is a tease, so we need to find out what Brian was teasing all of our listeners about.
So the station gave me a free pass to go see Warcraft the movie on Tuesday night, and I posted that I was in the theater, and of course a bunch of people were like, how was it? And I said, you got to tune in and listen. So
well played.
Well, so I went with my dear and lovely wife and our chief librarian for the show.
Aren't they the same person?
They are the same person, yes.
Are you saying your wife's crazy? She's got dual personalities?
No.
Just try to catch her.
I know. So in any case, the important part is the fact that I have played Warcraft. I have played World of Warcraft. I've read some of the back stuff where she is not a fan. Like, she knows about it, but she's hasn't played the games. That's important.
Oh, yeah.
Her best quote about the movie
was
that it was better than Dungeons & Dragons.
I don't know if that's a compliment, Mr. Held. I don't know if that's a compliment. Which one? The second one was better than the first one.
It was, agreed. So, look, I liked it. I thought it was cool. Great visuals, right? I thought the CGI was cool. Dawn wasn't a fan of the CGI. She thought it looked off. And I said, but, it's representative of the game. Like the orcs being all bulky and oversized and stuff. The story is kind of, medieval fantasy, kind of whatever. It's if you're a fan of the series, if you're a fan of World of Warcraft or whatever, I think you're going to appreciate it. There's a lot of fan service in there, a lot of little, there's like a Murloc under a bridge. I thought that was kind of cool, but I think if you're not a fan, you may be a little lost, right?
I've played World of Warcraft a handful of times. It was just too time consuming for me. I didn't have the time to.
I think the problem is that there's a lot of references that they're making to parts of Warcraft, right? The world and stuff like that. That may be a little confusing to somebody who's not steeped in the lore of the game. So,
on a level of like a Lord of the Rings type style. How? Because Hollywood's always kind of, crap to bed when it comes to making good, like, Dungeons & Dragons style movies. But, like, The Lord of the Rings, it was well written, I'm assuming,
Yeah, okay, look, these creatures come from another planet, they're trying to establish a foothold here. Their planet is destroyed,
So, like Independence Day?
Sort of. But the people who live in Azeroth are peaceful and get along. And, now these orcs are tearing everything up. We have to stop them. And so
then they all of a sudden build armies and make armor?
Well,
no, they had it already, Brian. They're warmongers, damn it.
But
don't paint them with a peaceful brush.
Right. So, there's that kind of stuff, but it's mostly the orcs and humans. You get a little bit of elves and dwarves here and there, not a whole lot. So that kind of sucks. I wish we would have seen more of that. My wife was disappointed that there weren't more female warriors, right? Because there's a female character class, or you can play females in the game,
right?
There's plenty of them running around as guards or whatever, or as warriors. We should have seen more, right?
Man.
So, but I mean, look. So, if you're a fan, I think you'll enjoy it. If you're not a fan, but you're going with a fan, it's a toss of the
I hear you. I mean, so for people who enjoy the game, they're not going to feel let down. Like, damn it, you ruined my franchise.
I don't think so. I wasn't bored. I enjoyed it. Right.
Okay.
It wasn't.
I wasn't bored. That's high praise. Well, but no, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. I mean, Lord of the Rings, I was super engaged in that. I mean, I love Tolkien, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever else. But yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, let's stay in the movie vein then.
Okay.
So Brian's you're giving it a thumbs up for the most part.
Yeah.
All right, so staying in the movie vein, tickets go on sale for this on June 17th for Fathom Events. It's Batman: The Killing Joke, the animated adaptation of it. It's dropping at Comic-Con in San Diego, but the event's going to take place Monday, July 25th. The only reason we're talking about it tonight is because tickets go on sale next week. And usually these things kind of sell out, especially when the only way to see it is if you happen to be in San Diego at Comic-Con and happen to get a ticket or happen to murder somebody and they have a ticket in their pocket.
Wow.
You might make it to San Diego.
Okay.
So this is probably one of the best ways to get an early advanced screening of, Batman: The Killing Joke.
Okay.
For those who don't know what Batman: The Killing Joke is, basically the unofficial, official origin story of the Joker.
Right. I mean, it has informed a lot of the Joker storyline since then, yes. And and Batgirl was shot and paralyzed and became the Oracle.
Barbara Gordon.
Yes.
So there you go. Way to go, nerd.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to keep going into movies, or what do you want to talk about?
Let's see. Skungy just texted me and says we might want to mention, for some reason, Fallout Season Pass is free on Xbox One right now.
What?
I don't know how long it will last.
I got to go. Let's go to commercial.
No.
Son of a... Hate that guy.
After the show.
Hate him.
So, yeah, I mean,
What? Well, I'll help him get murdered then. Okay, so Friday. Oh, Brian,
What?
guess what? I'm so happy for you.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Reboots? Don't talk about reboots. July. Friday the 13th. They're rebooting it again and again.
Yeah,
they're not just continuing it. They rebooted it, and it was an abysmal failure. So they're like, you know what? Let's reboot it again. But hey, Brian, they're going to introduce a new character.
Is it Jason's father?
It is. Yes. His name is Elias.
Okay.
Apparently he's not even remotely intimidating, and he has, I don't know, the only way they could make it remotely entertaining for me to give a rat's butt is if he's like, I don't know, some sort of dark priest.
Yeah.
Where, like, woogum, woogum, woogum.
I'm not a huge fan of horror, just like gore fests,
Well, I mean, back then I would just watch it because there's boobs. I'm a big fan of boobs.
Yeah, well,
All right,
hey, can I mention this casting call thing?
Dang it, yes.
All right, so this just popped up on Facebook for me. It was
this doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It was on June 6th. Comic-Con goers, there's a call for, they're making a movie called Supercon, and it's centralcasting.com is where you can find more information. They do have a very specific Louisiana Facebook page is where I saw this posting. And basically they're making a convention Comic-Con style movie, and they're looking for people between 18 and 50 years of age of any ethnicity to portray their Comic-Con style costumes that are not trademarked.
I don't understand a damn word you just said. So wait, I can't wear like a Thor costume?
That's correct.
So I have to wear like a Thor costume?
It's easy for historical costumers, for steampunk folks,
right?
But yeah, if you have like a Marvel costume or a
Don't bring
Star
it.
Wars or something like that, then you're probably
I'm not
SOL.
Spider-Man. I'm Arachno Man. I'm Arachno Child.
Yeah,
I'm
so
not Wolverine. I'm Fingernail Dude.
But I believe this was, like I said, this was posted on June 6th. The casting call is Monday through Thursday of next week from 10 a.m. or 2 p.m. It's over at the Benson Tower on Poydras. So centralcasting.com for more information if you want to check this out, guys.
All right, so is it on our Facebook page?
Not yet.
You should handle up on that, sir.
I will.
All right, so yeah, go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Week in Geek. All right, Brian, we got a couple more minutes before break. Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, Rogue One is back in reshoots.
Yeah, I saw something about
Well,
that.
all right, well, here's the crazy part. So I didn't really know this until I started reading the story. I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe somebody might take my geek card away for this, but I didn't realize that Rogue One was going to end 10 minutes before A New Hope started.
Yeah.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
I mean, oh look at you. Yeah. Snide little.
Because I read stuff that doesn't necessarily have pictures in it, Dave.
Well, this one happened to have a partial boob in it, so I was like, ooh, click on that.
Okay.
So, well, no, I mean, look, not just that, though. This was the thing, too. It was the executives who watched it,
right?
And they said that the tone was too dark, too gritty, more like a war movie than an adventure flick.
Okay.
And so the reshoots are all kind of based on making it match the tone of A New Hope, where it's more of an adventure story where, yahoo, you're all clear, kid.
Yeah.
Let's blow this popsicle stand and get out of here.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I could see.
I mean, so after Force Awakens, I'm really. I don't know what to think. I think that they probably know what they're doing. I mean, I think the nostalgia brought the mega bucks to the movies. I mean, there was a lot to be desired for the Force Awakens.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I mean, I think the House of the Mouse hasn't totally done us wrong yet.
No, I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to handle it well. I'm kind of excited to see some new stuff, like some stuff that doesn't necessarily have Jedi in it.
Yeah, and it looks, but I kind of like the little war movie feel to it, because that's what appealed to me in Empire Strikes Back, the whole Hoth scene.
Oh yeah,
dude, I was riveted. The first 10 minutes of the film, I didn't move a muscle.
I'll bet. Yeah, no, it was a great scene. But
great scruffy looking nerf herders,
right.
man.
But no, some of the early footage that we've seen from Rogue One, the combat and stuff, that guy.
Yeah, when they're fighting the AT-ATs. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, and where there was a guy twirling that staff around. That was really cool. I mean, I'm kind of excited to see it, and I want something a little bit different. Something a little new, right?
I played a Star Wars game, and this guy actually was a fist fighter.
Okay.
And we're in a barroom brawl. He gets in a fist fight in a Star Wars universe. I shoot the guy he's fighting. I'm like, it's called a blaster. Why would you touch anyone? Shoot them. All right, Brian, I think we need to take a break, because when we come back, we are going to be talking about This Week in Geek History. And then, of course, it's an abbreviated show, so we got to throw it to the Z's. And but yes,
and you get your little teaser, your little special.
Yes, it's about 3 minutes long, but it's well worth it.
Cool. Well, there's nothing like a blast at your side, kid.
Hope your religions. All right, guys, stay tuned. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.
Well, traffic congestion looking a lot better on the I-10 through Metairie and Kenner, but we're now getting word of a new problem spot if you're traveling downtown. An accident, I-10 eastbound just before the 1090 split, and it's causing a bit of a delay beginning just before the Carrollton overpass. Slow and go on the East Bank bound side of the Crescent City connection remains tight on the Lakebound Expressway to the Superdome area. High-rise delays looking a lot better, just some slowing beginning from Louisa. I'm Angie Brodier.
In places around the world, there are elders who long for community, connection, and the opportunity to live with greater dignity. Sponsor an elder through Unbound and help bring a brighter tomorrow to one person who has helped us all build a better world. Meet one at unbound.org.
I went into Wells Fargo to open an account.
When you come in to open a new account, one of our bankers talks to you about your goals and what services you need.
It's like meeting with a personal shopper, and he measures you, and you tell him exactly what you like, and he gets everything for you.
And you leave with a detailed printout summarizing everything you signed up for.
So then when you open your closet, you have all these amazing things to wear. And there's no cardigans because you don't like cardigans.
Wells Fargo wants you to know where you stand with your banking, because knowing where you stand feels good. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
I've always wanted a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Hi, neighbor. Mr. Rogers passed along friendship in his neighborhood, hoping we would do the same. So let's get started. Friendship. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at Values.com.
Orbitz is celebrating 15 years of helping Americans see the world. So we're giving away a trip for 15 with the Orbitz Pick Your Trip Sweeps. You and up to 14 friends could be headed to your dream destination for the ultimate 15th birthday prize. Just share your best vacation photo with hashtag Orbitz15 sweepstakes, and you could be on your way. Visit Orbitz15.com for more details.
Someone you know is suffering from Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. They're dealing with excruciating pain and days when they won't be able to get out of bed. Help someone you know and support the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation of America at ccfa.org.
NOLA Time Fest June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton has everything for Doctor Who fans. Artists, vendors, games, costume contests, room parties, and more. Saturday night's Chronopalooza features Terra Terra, Suzaku 7, Some Metri Guy, Darwin Prophet, Tomb of Nick Cage, and the Consortium of Genius. Get discounted tickets now at NOLATimefest.com. NOLA Time Fest, June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton. You don't need an appointment to see the doctor.
Tubby and Coos, Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton, just off Orleans and Carrollton. Books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. Find them on the web at tubbyandcoos.com and sign up for their geekly newsletter. Tubby and Coos, more than books.
Kasha's Bazaar has an unconventional inventory for the discerning geek collector. Comic book-related collectibles, vintage New Orleans items, militaria, and plenty for your mundane friends. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jefferson Highway, the Unflea Market.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Now back to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280 with local celebrity Brian and that other guy, what's his name again? David, I think. I don't know. David? Yeah, it's David. Okay.
Welcome back, New Orleans. You're listening to The Week in Geek on Fox Sports 1280. This is Brian Held with
that other guy.
Yes.
E squared.
So this is going to be our last opportunity to mention anything about Time Fest before the weekend. Guys, you've got an opportunity to support some of our sponsors. The Viridian Tea Company, which is Kimberly B. Richardson, is going to be there, and she has a special limited blend of Crew to Who tea that she's bringing with her.
Is there oregano in it?
No.
no oregano in the special blend?
No.
Damn.
But it's dried blueberries, dried orange peel, and a Assam tea. So
actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So that'll be there. Of course, Tubby and Coos Mid-City Bookshoppers is going to be there as well with a vendor's table. So lots of other vendors, too, that you can check out.
Yes. And the local celebrity Brian Held is going to get roasted there at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock
8
on
o'clock
Saturday,
on Saturday. So get your tickets now at NOLATimefest.com.
Yeah.
All right. So now, Brian, when we met some of our fans out there in Mobile, they were lamenting that we don't have, the Game of Thrones recap.
Right.
So it is political season, Brian.
It is.
And you know how well and richly steeped the Week in Geek is in politics.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. So we've decided, in lieu of a political season, that we would give you the debates that you, the geeks, need to hear.
Awesome.
So without much further ado.
Welcome to the First Imperial Forces and Rebel Alliance debate between Sith Lord Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Master. I'm David, your moderator for tonight. I want to thank each of you for taking the time and talking to us about the fate of the galaxy. I believe you've met before.
We meet again at last.
You can't win, Darth. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Now, Mr. Kenobi, we don't know that. That's why we're having this debate, and he didn't really threaten your life, so please, let's try not to be so dramatic. Now, on to the first question, Mr. Vader. There are those that say the Imperial economy is in a downturn. Do you think you can turn it around?
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
That's really not an answer. Mr. Kenobi, on to you. What is your plan to fight the recession?
Move along.
Mr. Kenobi, are you trying to use the Jedi mind trick on me?
Move along.
All right, I guess we'll be moving along to the next question then. Mr. Vader, there are people who are threatening to leave the Empire if you win this war. Your comments on this?
There is no escape.
Okay. Mr. Kenobi, question for you then. There have been a lot of worlds leave the Alliance and join the Imperial Army. How many people are left running this campaign?
Myself, the boy, 2 droids.
These 2 droids in the front row?
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Sir, I'm looking right at them.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Okay, whatever. Time for 2 more questions. Mr. Vader, is it true that you're building a Death Star to put an end to the war?
It's a trap! It's a trap!
Security, can we please have that man removed? Sorry about that, Mr. Vader and Mr. Kenobi. Looks like we only have time for 1 more question. The Clone Army has been complaining about low wages recently, and it appears that you've worked out a deal to up the minimum wage to make them happy, Mr. Vader. Can you give us details on that plan?
I am altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
So, what are you altering it to, and do you have budget numbers to cover everything? Fair enough. Mr. Kenobi, your thoughts about Mr. Vader altering his deal with the Clone Army since, after all, you're the one who found him.
I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
And it seems Mr. Vader and Mr. Kenobi are now in a lightsaber duel. So I guess that's the end of this debate. I'm your moderator, David. Thank you for joining me tonight. Make sure to join us for our next debate, which is going to be held at, looks like King's Landing.
This week in Geek History.
We're sending you back to the future!
Yes! Oh my gosh!
This week in Geek History is brought to you by Five Stones Media. Find them on the net at fivestonesmedia.com. This week in Geek History.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
All right, Brian, let's learn something. What's up?
All right, first thing on the list, June 6, 1984. The classic video game Tetris is released in the Soviet Union. And
it's a dirty commie game?
You couldn't tell by the music?
No, I just thought
the finials in the side of the display?
I forgot about those things.
Yeah, exactly.
The onion domes?
You're right, exactly.
You used the fancy word.
Right. So, from my research, as of 2014, there were over 495 million copies sold of this game.
Wait, googly moogly.
I know. All right, let's see. Next one on the list, June 7, 1985. Richard Donner's classic, The Goonies, is released in the U.S.
Booty trap. That's what I said. Booty trap. I just watched that like last weekend.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, it comes on like the Family Channel all the time.
Okay.
Like constantly.
Yeah.
I think they own 2 movies, Goonies and Superman.
All right. Let's take it down a notch. June 8th, 1949. George Orwell's dystopian novel 1984 is published, and it is not intended to be a roadmap. Just want to put that out there. All right.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Next on my list, June 9th, 1934. Donald Duck first appears in the Silly Symphonies cartoon The Wise Little Hen.
I can't do Donald Duck.
No, you did it pretty good. That was cool. So little interesting fact there.
So is that how Walt Disney got rich? Steamboat Willie. Toot,
toot. Well, it was Mickey Mouse. It was all of them.
Okay.
So next one's for you. You ready?
Oh, I am.
Is that the end of the show?
Yeah.
Oh,
come
all
on,
right.
give it to me. Hit me.
It's
Hit
Apple
me.
II shipped Apple II computers.
You
on
shipped
June.
2 apples?
It doesn't
Apple
matter.
IIe computers?
Birthdays: Robert Englund, Carl Urban, Colin Baker, Natalie Portman, Peter Dinklage, Jervis Johnson.
Wow, Peter Dinklage.
Yeah.
Hey, well, next week's debate is going to be coming from King's Landing.
That's awesome. I look forward to it.
All right, guys. Hashtag who won? Hashtag vote Vader. Hashtag vote Obi-Wan at the Week in Geek. All right, guys. Till next time, keep your nerd flag raised high.
GFL.
If you enjoy books that are sensual, macabre, unusual, and filled with magic, then delve into the worlds of award-winning author and editor Kimberly B. Richardson. Her books, Tales from a Goth Librarian 1 and 2, The Decemberists, and Mabon Pomegranate will surely satisfy your craving for the strange and unusual. Her books are available through Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, as well as Dark Oak Press at darkoakpress.com. Have a cup of Earl Grey, turn the pages, and see what lurks within.
Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Before you get booked up, head over to 631 North Carrollton, right off Orleans, to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop. Off the books, Tubby & Coos is a nerd mecca for books, board games, and geeky t-shirts. So book it over to Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop at 631 North Carrollton. If you don't want to do it by the book, use their free Wi-Fi and check their stock at tubbyandcoos.com. Tubby & Coos Mid-City Bookshop, where it's all geek to me.
NOLA Time Fest June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton has everything for Doctor Who fans. Artists, vendors, games, costume contests, room parties, and more. Saturday night's Chronopalooza features Terra Terra, Suzaku 7, Some Metri Guy, Darwin Prophet, Tomb of Nick Cage, and the Consortium of Genius. Get discounted tickets now at NOLATimefest.com. NOLA Time Fest June 11th and 12th at the New Orleans Airport Hilton. You don't need an appointment to see the doctor.
The Vaping Tiger at 2812 Athenia Parkway, 1 block off Vets behind the Lazy Boy Gallery. The Vaping Tiger has handcrafted artisan-blended e-juices. The Vaping Tiger, 2812 Athenia Parkway and vapingtiger.com.
Kasha's Bazaar, located at 5727 Jesson Highway across from Red, White, and Blue. Geeky collectibles and more. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Kasha's Bazaar. Kasha's Bazaar, 5727 Jesson Highway, the Unflea Market.